Spirit versus Team Vision. Game 2.
It all starts with a draft. Looking towards this second game, we do wonder, is there going to be a reaction
that they know is going to be good for their draft? It doesn't have to be anything special. It's not too defining, and it allows them to get some information leading into the next phase for what type of hero that they want.
Yeah, this is also the second time we've seen this happen where someone first picks a support and there's a winner wyvern on the second pick after in response. We saw it yesterday against.
Thank you. I'm standing by with a Puppy of Team Vision. Puppy, you guys had a very clean group stage, and even now in this playoff bracket, you're not dropping many games. How often do you find in tournaments that early losses help you out in figuring out what your team may need to fix as you get deeper into the playoffs?
I mean, there's not enough games actually in this group stage. We only played 4 teams before we went to playoffs. So losses do matter a lot. I think losses actually build the team that actually does win the tournament. But in this case, we're just trying our best to do whatever we like the most.
So then in terms of what you tried to develop after the group stage, since you lost so few games, were there any things that you were like, we need to work on this, we need to improve on this, or were you just doubling down on the things that you already are doing well?
Mostly double downing, but we weren't doing the things correctly anyway, so there's always room for, improvement. So we were just trying to figure out exactly why we weren't perhaps capable of doing everything we wanted. So yeah, we're mostly trying to force our play style.
And my last question, I heard in the Chinese interview that you did with Dove after game number 1, draft did not go according to plan, and so you had to just start improvising. How often is that happening during this TI where you're like, all right, first 2 picks, not sure what's happening, I need to start figuring out a backup plan quick?
I think I'm aware of craziness, and I do like to do crazy drafts from time to time, so this is not anything, unrealistic for me, so it's fine, All
right, something crazy seems to be happening in the game, so Puppy, I'll let you go as we get into game number 2.
Well, if there's any man who knows what it takes to win, it's that man right there, one of the best Dota players of all time, one of the longest living careers in Dota, and he's been helping Vision quite a lot because they look like a crazy dominant team. They were good last year. In fact, they had podium finishes for 3 of these players, something that is rather unique. Not many players managed to, on their TI debut, managed to get a podium finish. And even rare, of course, is winning your very first TI. But what's also pretty rare is back-to-back podium finishes after your TI debut. And that is on the table for 3 of these players for Team Vision.
Certainly making a run for it here. They are the team to beat right now. They're the team to beat in this series. Spirit have got to step up in this game, too, if they want to take on Vision and the Puppy drafts. Because honestly, I favor them again. I think their draft looks easier to make moves with. The connection seemed a little more straightforward. The 2 or 3 man kill squads, the lockdown the puck's going to provide with the damage coming in. My big concern for Spirit here is I see the counterplay they have. I see the counter picks they went for. What is going to deal the damage under the control? I think it takes a long time for these 3 cores to build up and start to connect towards each other. And I'm really surprised they went back to the Night Stalker again. Because to me, this is a hero that it's difficult to execute on any position, and once you don't win with it, it tends to get written off really quickly. So maybe it speaks to the confidence Spirit have in both their drafts and themselves, of being able to look past game 1 and still go back to a hero that is very difficult to run right now. On the flip side, could be a little bit of hubris.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up because I was looking at that Night Stalker and going, okay, did they have a conversation about Team Vision's playstyle? Night Stalker is their solution and it has to work in a way?
They might have put some extra emphasis on it in this matchup. It is a backline assassin. It is one of those things that can kill unkillable supports quickly, make the game a lot more straightforward to play if you're looking for a numbers advantage. Can also sometimes cause some issues for carries if you can gap close them early and just take the man fight. They also did show the Yatoro hero very early in that second phase with this PL. Gave 2 core counter picks. Also not something that I think Yatoro likes to do that often. He doesn't like to put himself in a position where you can decide how much scale he's allowed to have. And that is the choice that they gave Vision in this game too. So he's really going to have to play this PL into some tough answers make the hero work in the team fights. He's one of his signature heroes. If anybody can do it, it's absolutely him.
Yeah, and that's really interesting with Miposhka drafting especially. How often do you feel like Team Spirit did that when Miposhka was doing the drafting and playing on Team Spirit?
Maybe not as much, or at least they were better at securing his game, I want to say.
Okay.
I think this version of Spirit is better at some of the random skirmishing. The supports are super mechanically gifted. They can definitely play a little bit of a faster game if things start rolling. However, I feel like the piece that's been missing for them in some of these is getting over that finish line. Actually getting to a point where Yatoro does scale past the point of no return, and you just win that game. I think we saw it last game. This Terrorblade's getting fast. Did he ever feel like the true threat he was supposed to? I felt like that game always felt tough going into some of those counters.
Not me. He was wondering where his core is at. He's going for the kill. Kalas wasn't certain about getting this kill. High ground tombstone is going to make things difficult. The zombies are building up, but they get the kill all the same. That's a first blood to Kalas.
Might go up high ground and kill the tombstone here. Still a decent time to do it. It's worth a lot of gold.
And they'll have some neutrals that
look
are
at
low too that they can farm.
Expensive death. Give it to Klaus plus 125. Eats one of the little creeps. You get the extra mana aura. Not a bad sequence here for the Doom. And honestly, that's one of the things in this game. They took the Doom very early after it won that first game. To me, this hero has looked pretty strong on the main stage. It did lose some games earlier today, but I think it was still a force in all of those games.
Nami making some moves here. Unfortunately, does not have the speed to get the Water Rune ahead of no one's puck, but not a bad idea. Eating away a Yatoro Courier, so he misses out on the Gloves of Haste in a matchup that is already quite difficult. I mean, the Timbersaw. Did you see that coming? When you had all the picks in the world, did you think, okay, Timbersaw's got to be the pick up against Phantom Lancer?
I think it's a totally reasonable one, for sure. It's one of the better answers. You always have damage. He doesn't threaten you. This is not a mana burn Phantom Lancer anymore, right?
Right.
That version, I think, had more gameplay against the Timber. You could take away his mana. This one, you're pretty much just completely impotent. It's also a really good matchup against Wyvern. Wyvern hates playing against Timbersaw. None of your spells do anything to this guy, so you debilitated the entire lane.
Tombstone, get a blood grenade. If they can land the Bramble, Laurel might just die. In fact, Laurel has to run away from the Brambles and try and fight them, but they just get run over here in this mid lane. The supports not bringing the same kind of firepower.
Might get the clockwork here. Dodge the orb.
Trying to dodge the orb. 1-2 more hits. He's going to get run down. No one gets a double kill for that one.
What a nice timing to make this play. Right before the nighttime hits. The two supports on Spirit are not going to offer you a lot in this turnaround play. And you're pretty happy leaving your side lanes. Drow against the Doom is going to free farm. Timber against the PL is going to kick Yatoro out of lane. Top 3 CS all belong to Vision here. They get the double kill mid for the puck. And now if you're Laurel, you have to come back to this lane a little behind in XP. Worried about where their supports are going to stay around here, defend against your move. And that's another concern. If you just defend the Night Stalker gameplay here, who else is creating pressure in the first 15 or 20 minutes? It's not Phantom Lancer. And the Doom is in a lane where you're pulling waves and playing that a little defensively. You might be able to find a Doom connection. It's a long cooldown. So Vision are just going to have to keep checks on Laurel, and I think they're pretty cruising here in the early game. Maybe find a little bit extra here. Bramble connection.
Rude trying to play the cliff line area. Vision are just going to give up on the chase.
Well, did find a shielder. Honestly, probably the better rune you can get here without the bottle. Just to exist with it mid. Super tanky.
Nice little double mana burn there. Maybe almost a courier. No one gets control of that before it goes too far.
Are you going to try and use this Night Stalker, though? Who are you bringing this Night Stalker to find some extra kills during the nighttime? You got to do something with him, right? This is not a game where you just want Laurel to sit mid and trade farm against Puck.
Yeah, in a way, it feels even harder for this Night Stalker to stabilize the game for Spirit.
It's going to run top. They don't have any ward vision on this, so in theory, this move can land. But right now, no one. He's hitting an empty lane. He's going to make the call. Hey, this Night Stalker just ran somewhere. We had the ward on the bottom jungle. He didn't go that way.
This is kind of an interesting play. They're going to go through the gate and put the pressure onto Phantom Lancer away from these gankers, but they're also going to go through the gate.
They're getting
They could maybe sandwich here. DeCall's going to drop the tombstone. They're going to choose to fight this one. The Cogs immediately go out. Satanic is spotted. Are they going to run him down, trying to deal with the Undying, with the tombstones first? Notice coming in with his level 6. It's scary hero to fight into. They're going to leave the clockwork behind. Got the tombstone. Laurel will chase after some of these heroes.
Gotta find something off
DP
this
away from the
ascension.
Phantom Lancer. He's good. And Night Stalker, none of these heroes are isolated enough that he can get a kill. So Team Vision playing against Night Stalker 2 times in a row. They know what to do. They just clump up. Don't give him the opening.
Ascension runs out. You still have some Knight to play with here.
Well, it's going to be slowed down. Body blocks. Cogs nicely placed by Not Me, pushing back these heroes. And they're the ones, they went for the aggression, and they are the ones who die. It's Rue is the casualty of Satanic. And now that the pressure is relieved from that Night Stalker, he goes back to top.
Maybe the best thing to happen for Spirit there is time for Collapse to free farm top. Honestly, the one guy who didn't go to it got the most out of the play. It's Laurel trying to make something happen on the map, but the play call was too good with the empty lane mid. And I like the idea.
Laurel just going to run the map at the Drow Ranger just non-stop.
If you connect, it's amazing.
It is just not connecting so far, but maybe Satanic will think, okay, they're not going to go this deep, right?
Have to bypass the Watcher here. They do take the long route. He doesn't see this. They don't commit. One of those moments could have been huge for Laurel.
Laurel is going to be very underleveled at this rate.
He's full committing to the roam. This
You go for Takalis, they have to get this kill just to get some levels for Laurel. They will get it.
I feel like the last time I saw a roaming Midnight Stalker at TI was what, TI3, like S4 type of gameplay.
Yeah, I literally thought like to myself, this looks like Cinderin on main stage. Playing
I don't know about
Midnight Stalker
Cinderin.
and roaming around, that was 100% what he did.
I don't think this looks like Cinderin. Let's keep the bar high, but I agree. This is a really old school style of mid roaming gameplay. It can free up some space for your 2 greedy side laners. Like, you're attracting a lot of attention to where's this Night Stalker going? What is he trying to do? Can we counterplay?
But unless he's actually getting the kills, he's just going to fall so far behind by 20 minutes.
You got to be careful with it. Don't want to overdo it here. Not the worst nighttime. You have Dark Ascension available. Collapsing super deep on the map. How do you end up there? Super fast in that river, too. My God. He has the Quicken Stonefeather Satchel, plus Drum, plus Phase Boots, plus Speed Aura. The man be zooming out here.
Percentage-based movement speed from the aura on
Look at him go.
these extra small bonuses.
That's a cool idea here. Gives you a lot more extra gap close in the early game. Notice did take that bottom tower eventually. Automatic kick out on this Phantom Lancer. Nothing Yatoro can do about it. And he is real fat on this Timber. We've seen him take games over on this hero.
Toro got level 6 at 10 minutes. He's hitting neutrals without Doppelganger. Like, he is very slowed down, even more than Laurel. Yeah, it's looking like Collapse once again has to put Team Spirit on his back, shoulder the burden to try and close this net worth.
Yatoro bottom.
First crown on the real one here. And no one commits for the kill. They do get him. Punish is going to come through from Laurel. Dark Ascension with the silence. Easily cleans up no one. They didn't even get the last hit on Yatoro. He died to the neutrals. So that actually worked out very well for Team Spirit. In particular, Laurel.
Probably the best trade you could hope for right there.
Yeah.
I don't think Yatoro was happy about it. He has to spend some time on the sideline. That is time he needs to recover in this game. However, it's great for his Night Stalker. A little extra puck kill going Laurel's way.
Yeah, Laurel's actually not that far away from Blink Dagger now. And he's got the chip best help and farm.
Is this a kill?
This is just an instant TP. Yeah, they've got tons of slows, no stuns.
Heads up play. You're on target.
Look shot, really? They're going for notice. They actually got him down to about half, but now his armor is full up. Can Yatoro finish him off here? They do manage to get him with the final nuke from Yatoro. They get that kill.
That's huge. The fact that you bring the Doom, you don't have to use the Doom, and you can keep that spell on the map. You do lose your mid tower. That's costly. Nice rotation from Satanic, making his presence felt again. I guess you did have some mana burn in this lineup. It's the Cogs. Bringing that Timber's mana down low. Nice spell against him for sure. The Clockwork matchup's quite good. Always has been.
Such a nuisance, man. These Cogs are so stupid.
This is another one of those games, like game one. I think it could be going worse for Spirit in some ways, but they're making some nice moves, getting some kills.
100%. They're only down 1,000 net worth.
Oh, yeah.
I expected
Fine
them
position.
to be much farther behind.
And they have hookshot up in 5. You can go for hookshot Cogs into the Doom play. This can catch no one off guard.
Yeah, with an amp damage, it could be
they're
really
going.
easy. Even the Timber Saw is an easy kill.
Very deep.
It's gonna break. Hook shot lands, managed to clear through the neutrals, and the Doom is dropped.
Yeah, he's done. Can you get out though?
Nicely placed. Yeah, that's gonna be a coil drop. With all this extra movement speed.
He's so
He's gonna
fast.
fight. He's gonna do with this amp damage. He thinks there's a possibility here. They're gonna deal with the Tombstone as quick as they can, trying to keep their distance away from no one. Make sure that they don't die to this puck. They're just taking kills, not losing any lives.
This Doom build looks insane in this game. There's so little control for him. He's just hasted every fight. He's running the map at 525 MS, 13 minutes in. What are you supposed to do against that if you're Vision? You only have Bramble. You only have Coil.
Hit him with a winner's first setup, not me. Now
Couple cog hits.
Cogs. No one doesn't land, but it doesn't matter.
What a-
Got him.
This is just Spirit finding openings where there are none. Like making something happen in a game that is otherwise going to look very Vision favored. And this is all without the Night Stalker playing through nighttime or using that Dark Ascension. So that's amazing.
That movement speed was actually going to die to Satanic, but he was so fast he outrun the multi-shot.
He's 550 in Scorched Earth. This is super value in this game. Creating some space, time for Yatoro to recover here.
Laurel can complete his Blink Dagger with this wave and maybe one or two neutrals. You get that alongside the second nighttime. Then they can start cooking a bit more. Laurel's reads in the first nighttime were too easily read, but the extra mobility does give way better opportunity.
Blink Night Stalker plus the Blink Doom coming out, 50-minute nighttime, supports Hevolds. You have way more play options across the map. And maybe it's Vision who are going to have to be on the defensive a little bit and just try and protect the Drow, protect the Timber Saw until he's tanky enough to weather the storm. Because I don't think you can run this Timber in head first into that Doom.
Another hookshot land, another
Great cog
round
miss.
of cogs. Do not need, does not miss on these cogs. Go for another one. Why not? Oh, the cog expired right as he was about to get that final hit. 9 class will still tick out from the Distiller.
Supports are doing work in this game.
As they tend to do. Team Spirit supports this season have been amazing ever since the pickup of Not Me. They're going to 3-man smoke up. Time to connect this nighttime. They go for the Drow Ranger. Drow Ranger must be shut down because Satanic is about to get into an Aghanim Scepter. And that's when his farm is really going to start picking up. This move can connect. It'll do a lot for them.
Very deep play. It's hard to find the carries behind this tier 2 unless you already have Vision there. They get one deep ward under a sentry.
Managed to get the scan. But he's going to run down, and he's actually maybe going to run straight to Laurel, though the supports are connecting here. They've already dropped the Tombstone. They went for the blink onto the Drow Ranger. Didn't connect. Terrorize pushes through back into the rest of the team with a coil locking down Not Me as well.
Too
it's
awkward.
the 2 supports to die. And, oh, wait, the hook shot. Not Me can't get away from the decay, though.
And that's Vision just defending the Drow.
Another neutral creep deny, man. Team Spirit have gotten lucky. Indeed, Ducala says lucky. They couldn't, they had some problems with Roshan. Oh, got the silence on no one's puck.
No,
But
not
with
enough
notice
damage.
here, they don't have the damage, yeah.
The Doom is lingering. Has Blink available.
Maybe Vision get baited. Oh, they ran away. They still look for the fight. Try to get the Doom on him. No one.
Could get him here.
Got the Doom on him. Can they finish him off? Yeah, with the Infernal Blade. That's probably going to take him out. Laurel's getting low. Yatoro meets the support on the other side. Laurel almost dies there. Satanic chasing after Class, but there's that boost of movement speed. Oh, Juki left and right. Blinks back to the other side. You can't catch this guy. He's too smooth with it.
This build has done so much work in this game. It is absurd. Just dancing around them. Laurel, he's even going back in.
Yeah, going back in for the support, but got to be careful of Satanic. Still is a threat to slow down these heroes.
I really wanted something off the back of that.
Well, maybe once in 3 more seconds. Hook shot
hook?
lands. They're not letting him go. Ducalis has to die, they say. And die he
boy.
will.
Are they going to get out with everybody? Rambo?
Maybe it's going to be the clockwork.
Yeah, he's still TP.
Yeah, he's no way out. So support for support, but it did force Vision, all of these heroes, back to this side of the map. But very importantly, Satanic did not die. And now he's got his Aghanim Scepter.
They did defend the Drow. The Timber was also farming that entire time period. Good space for Yatoro. Spirit are overall happy with that exchange. They get some space for this PL to continue to find some more impact in this game. He's definitely strong. You can't underestimate the damage this family can do if he's not the one just getting focused at the start of a fight. He has 2 other cores to go in and start things for him. You also have a Clockwork to go in and start things for him. If you can take out the Timber early with a Doom or something like that, the fight doesn't look that difficult.
Notice wants to go for the Phantom Lancer, but little does he know that Team Spirit is one step ahead of them.
Trap.
They're going to kill the Timber Saw before the supports even get here.
Are they?
Chain trying to get away, but there's the Winner's Curse. They just lined it up. Hits onto 3. The setup, though, with the Tombstone out, they actually can't keep this going. Team Spirit have to retreat. Wait, the Silence back in onto Notice. Now they run him down. The Terrorize finally
Manta dodge.
But notice, Manta dodge from Yatoro plus Not Me with a hook shot. Finish him off.
They're outplaying him.
Down. Now Yatoro's trying to run down 9 class. Doppelganger dodge the puck nukes. They get away from that. Jakal's being kited around. They'll finish him off. Jakal tries to do what damage he can to Yatoro, but he can't fight him here. A killing spree for Yatoro, and you know what? Chased away by Laurel.
He's still hunting him. The Doom, he can
Still got him
potentially
inside
connect.
the silence. Can he kill him with just him?
Collapse running.
Collapse on his way. Can he get the blink dagger? Doom, both the face shift. A blink away. He's got the orb out. Can he jump far enough away? They're chasing after him. He jumps to the orb as far as way he can. Laurel on the hunt all the way in.
Oh, they got him.
Got the silence. They don't need the Doom. They've got the kill anyway.
Team Spirit, Magic on the main stage. Absolutely outplaying Vision in this team fight bottom. Finding so much afterwards. So much extra gold going in Yatoro's pocket. Such a clutch Manta dodge so he can finish some of these heroes off. It takes so much time to bring this Timber Saw down that you need all this outplay to convert that fight into a win. And guess what? The spell's on cooldown. You
Back
still have
and
Doom
forth.
available.
Now the Doom will be dropped on the Timber Saw, who's not going anywhere with the hook shot.
2
They'll collect
more.
the kill on the Dark Willow as well. All of a sudden, Team Spirit are moving too fast for Team Vision to keep up.
They have absolutely stepped up in this game too. Just out of nowhere, this game has become a feeding frenzy. Vision need to find a way to stabilize. They need to slow this game down, regroup, control the map, and not continue to bleed more kills. Because this is getting a little out of hand, 18-6.
This is the pace that Team Spirit, they bet on it 2 times in a row. They didn't work the first time around with the Night Stalker, but it's working now in game 2.
The crazy thing is I don't even view their lineup as this fast. You look at these heroes on paper, you kind of have to...
Doom.
Yeah, Phantom Lancer takes time to come online. The Doom and Night Stalker can sometimes be a little cooldown dependent. You're really
Wyvern's
looking
not
to
really
land...
the biggest playmaker,
No,
little skirmishes.
You don't have Enchantress Bane or something setting stuff up. I think Spirit are just the best team, perhaps ever, at playing slow heroes fast and making the game speed up in a way where it feels uncomfortable for you because you're losing fights while they also have a tremendous amount of scale. It's one of those games that highlights it. I do not know how Not Me ended up here, but he might just get out.
Gets the hook shot, TP away, goodbye!
They're dancing on him. They're absolutely dancing on him here. The chat wheels are flowing. The Ags is almost done for the Phantom Lancer. His damage is going to pick up considerably. You still have Satanic at the top of that net worth chart, but he does not have the carry matchup at all in this game. You cannot rely on him to come in and deal with Yatoro if the Timber Saw gets doomed, if the puck gets found by the Night Stalker. This is the teamfight advantage that Spirit have in this game, the strength of their draft and their counter picks. You have tools to debilitate the other 2 cores to free the fight up for the Phantom Lancer. Especially if you can get to BKBs. What is your control for BKB? Running at you in this game if you're Vision.
Here comes that 3-man team. Not Me, Rue, Laurel.
There's a lot
On
of
the
touch for this
hunt,
puck.
they're trying to bait out the Phantom Lancer. Yatoro's going to run down the lane.
With a hook shot, cogs into follow-up spells. No one gets out of there. You really have to be careful in this game as puck. If you get cursed, if you get hook shot, there's going to be follow-up chain stun silence from the Night Stalker, the Doom, the other support. All of these spells can be death sentences for no one in this game. We'll likely see him go some early defensive item here. I'd say you generally want the BKB here on the puck against the NS. It's expensive. It's going to take some time.
Now that they're herding Team Vision back into their side of the map. But, I mean, you said it, like Team Vision, they needed to slow things down. They're doing just that.
They're getting to some of the items they need.
Yeah. It comes at the cost of map control. Nice hook shot.
That's an amp damage.
Goes back in with an amp damage. Casually
gone.
shots the Dark Willow. Jakal's going to be up next. No escape for these supports. Farther and farther back, Team Vision are pushed all the way into their base. And Laurel,
He's still thinking
watching
about it.
every step of the way. He's thinking about that satanic kill with the amp damage. He blinks away. No one who's kind of pushing out. Thought, okay, maybe they have vision of me. Don't want to be caught in a coil in a bad spot. They deal with the ward. Not me. They can't even go after him.
That's a super nice D ward because the only 2 wards on the map were kind of double placed bottom. So Vision are just not going to have a lot of ward vision to play around here in the next 5 minutes or so.
It
That's a lot of
does
freedom.
leave us to a daytime period with no Dark Ascension. So
Definitely
Vision,
some downtime.
Yeah, they can definitely. I don't know if they're going to make any moves during this window, or if this is just going to be a time where they could farm more aggressively on the map.
It's a little awkward. I think you can force Roshan with this cooldown. It's just not that fast right now. Otherwise, I think it's tough to find the play. Spirit are well aware of the downtime here. They're not going to give you some crazy opening. BKB is done for Doom, so Collapse can push waves mid. He's not too afraid. Very difficult to find the Phantom Lancer. Toro, he's actually going to TP top, kind of into where they are.
Good shot. It actually lands here from Nami. He's got a Blink Dagger, so he can still escape
look at
if
the
anything
cogs,
comes
man.
his way, but the cogs are just too good. He pushes himself inside the tombstone, but the Phantom Lancer deals with that so quickly. DeCallis has to pop back out. A support for support.
damage.
Up, and they manage to get the coil, and this is the build-up of that Aghanim Scepter. You stumbled into the Drow Ranger, and Satanic delivers.
He took a lot of the pop damage off the Clockwork dying. Satanic had a really good position there. Toro overplayed his hand. A costly death. Spirit gonna try and make up for it. The same ward.
They will get the kill on Satanic in return. Wait, the damage. Surely they've
he's
got
dead.
enough. Okay, he's just dying inside the fountain. Didn't have the stuns, but they did have the damage.
Not respecting the potential vision on that spot. Have a rare misplay from Satanic in terms of his map read. This guy's usually untouchable. Spirit will find him, even out the score. Look who's about to be top net worth in this game. It's your boy Collapse.
Yep.
Doing it again. 4-0 and 6. A perfect Doom performance here so far.
Yeah, they've just the trio of Team Spirit have given so much space to Collapse and Yatoro. Yatoro may have thrown some of that away. Collapse has not.
Guy's just ridiculous. Every time Spirit need him to step up, he steps up. And they need him in this series.
He's going to try and connect, but they do have a ward to spot this, but it might be too late for Vision. They're going to start getting run down here. TP away from Notice. Good call there. 9 class, no hope for him. And Collapse doesn't need to go through the gate. He's stay on that top side if he wants. Laurel is going to sweep across the map.
This is a scary nighttime period for Vision right now. Really scary.
No one's playing out like this.
He has no defensive item, by the way.
Okay, Collapse trying to kill the Claws on the top side while they're also going for the kill onto No One with a silence, but No One barely gets away. A TP out from the Doom. Lack of stuns are beginning to hurt Vision, that's for sure.
They were very close to grabbing the puck there. And no objectives being taken. That's the other interesting thing about this game. It's just all brawl. All trying to force heroes out of these jungle areas. Tormentor's available. Roche is available. Surely someone eventually wants to try and do one here.
He's so obnoxious with the cogs. He doesn't care if you know he's there. He's going to burn you out with at least 2 of them every time.
There's a lot of map control going Spirit's way during this nighttime, especially with the D-wards we mentioned earlier. This is kind of at the end of that 5-minute interval where Vision didn't have another set of obs to get on the map. They're flying blind here in this nighttime. They're very low on information. You don't know if this PL is just trying to do the Roche right now. You don't know if the Night Stalker is running at you. So you're very clumped. You're very grouped. You're playing defensive. Need to get this mid lane out so you can just see something in this game.
And when you stack so much, it usually means you know, maybe you don't die as much, but you fall behind in net worth. They're not down that much. We'll see how that grows over the next 3.5 minutes. This nighttime pulls through. Right now, Spirit only up by 4K, though they are threatening Roshan in a way, something Vision kind of have to clump up and deal with.
They're definitely getting the clump out of Vision.
And Team Spirit not clumping at all. You've got Collapse from the top side, Yatoro bottom, Laurel sweeping through the map, same as the supports, but in different areas.
It's rare we see Vision put in this situation where they feel they have to just kind of move as a 4 or 5-man ball. They're usually very efficient on the map, always looking for some sort of setup play. 9 class is one of the best killing supports of all time. There's not enough information to look for that type of thing here. you need to see a little something pop with this Night Stalker going through the gate. This should let you push out top lane in order to reset the map equilibrium. Still a little worried about the Roche play if Yatoro feels strong enough. Otherwise, you're okay playing a traded map.
I mean, surely Team Spirit trying to Roche.
That's what it feels like.
Right? Like, you have so much map control.
I would be really tempted here. And again, if you're not going to do the Roche, you're just conceding an even map state division while they have less information to go off of with. It's not going to feel great 3 or 4 minutes from now.
But Vision, I mean, in a way it's working out for them because Vision keeps playing to this Roche and Team Spirit's not doing it. Cloud's trying to make the jump with the congregation to the deep. It doesn't land. He's going to have to bump BKB. Immediately dooms up. Timbersaw goes to the TP away, but they're going to overwhelm. There's just too much damage.
Oh, the curse.
First in the back catches more.
The hook.
The Undying. No hook shot land onto no one. Here comes that Phantom Lancer after Satanic. Satanic not able to do much about it at all. The Terrorize trying to push these heroes back, but here comes Yatoro to finish him off. Put it beside the tombstone. Nah, can't get it. It's going to be
over. They call it. What?
Satanic was out of here. They say there's no chance. No shot!
What just happened?
The fastest GG call that Vision has put out. Crazy.
I cannot believe they called it there. Maybe that game was going to be really rough after that team fight. It certainly looked like DL just was completely out of control there. Another sick mana dodge on the Terrorize. You don't have control. You're getting run down. But was that game over completely? And for Vision...
Thanks for watching, everyone. Make sure to subscribe. Check out these other videos. See you next time.